ever see yourself doing this? Will you ever see this coming? You think this was how things were going to go when Sentinel came in? You ever think we'd end up here? Will you ever see this coming? You ever think we'd end up here? ready for this fight? You think this was how things were gonna go when Sentinel came in? You ever see yourself doing this? You think this was how things were gonna go when Sentinel came in? Are you ready for this fight? ever see this coming? You ever see yourself doing this? You ever think we'd end up here? You ever see yourself doing this? You ready for this fight? ever see this coming? You think this was how things were going to go when Sentinel came in? You ever think we'd end up here? Will you ever see this coming? You ever think we'd end up here? this fight? You ever see yourself doing this?
Take as long as you need.
Sorry about Emmett. You know him well?
Not really. He was a Skeltech lawyer, you know. He lost his job to a computer program, and he decided to stay in a row after he got laid off.
He stayed at Homestead?
Well, he was pretty close to Kyle and Layla. He was with them both. Sick. You think we'll all get sick? Because here's the thing, I've never been sick a day in my life. Not even a cough. Figured if I kept eating off the land, getting a good night's sleep, and working hard, I turned out okay. Now, I'm not so sure. Not sure how contagious he was, you know?
I'm hoping any exposure to Emmett was minimal. Cross your fingers and put bells in your bouquet. Let's hope we stay healthy.
I'm gonna try not to be superstitious. After all, we make our own luck around here. So I'm just going to stay strong for the others. They need my help now more than ever.
I'll see you around.
You be safe out there.
Yes, ma'am.
You think this was how things were gonna go when Sentinel came in?
I hate being stuck on this island.
It's growing on me. I love the trees.
You're an idiot.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad you like it so much, since it doesn't look like we're leaving anytime soon.
Who wants to leave? Things are just getting interesting.
That's for damn sure.
So, what do we do now?
What we always do. We take the fight to them. This shit is hardly over.
We need help. There's good people here.
Yeah. First, we gotta help them get control back. Then we figure out who the hell is driving this bus. And smoke them.
Hell yeah.
You know, I guess I am glad you survived that crash.
Love you too, buddy. Cocktail?
How about two? Well, look at that. You're still in bed.
Eat shit.
You'll heal, old man.
Things are kinda out of control, huh?
You can say that.
Dude, I've been in this game for a long time, you know? But I've never seen anything like this.
I'm gonna say, brother, this makes me uneasy. The tech gets smarter, and we just trust it more. We are headed down a dark path. Well, look at that. You're still in bed.
Eat shit.
You'll heal, old man.
Things are kinda out of control, huh?
You can say that.
Dude, I've been in this game for a long time, you know? But I've never seen anything like this.
Bottom line, if we don't keep up with the technology, it'll take care of us. One way or another. Later, brother.
Later.
Are you ready for this fight?
How's the recovery going? The homesteaders taking good care of you?
What is this place? Who are these people?
Well, they're called the homesteaders. They came to Aroa to live in nature. They live in this cave to stay hidden from Sentinel.
Sentinel?
Local PMC. Part of the crew that took down our choppers. Now, the homesteaders don't like them, which means we have a common enemy.
Oh, the nurses are nice and the chow's good. Plus, I got Holt looking out for me.
Good. Sounds like you're doing better.
Better at what?
Recovering from your injuries. Getting your memory back.
Memories? What are you...
Who are these people that are taking care of you? Can you remember?
I don't know.
It's all right, Midas. You just rest. That's all you've got to do. Get some rest, buddy. I'll check in on you later.
You ever think we'd end up here?
You're a little far from home, aren't you?
I'm here on work. This is no vacation.
You don't look like the typical tourist. In fact, you look like you have a little bit of soldier in you.
Well, what's your story?
I came here looking for a little peace. Instead, I found the wolves.
It sounds like we have a common enemy. What can you tell me about them?
I've been doing recon on those pricks for months now. They're different than regular Sentinel. They're more like you. They're highly specialized. They work in small teams and they're lethal. They got their own op sites all to themselves. They hardly ever leave. They just train.
I'll have to pay them a visit.
What? You got a death wish? You can't fight them alone. They're too good. You'll need a full team to take them on.
Can I count you in?
Like I said, I came here looking for peace. But that doesn't mean I can't tell you where to find a fight. Let me know when you're ready. You'll need a team, so either bring your own or I'll help you find one. Then I'll show you where to find the Wolves' current op site, and you can get down to business.
I'll see you later.
Cool. The battlefield will need more blood. Makes the green grass grow, right?
Anything different since that broadcast went out?
Some outcasts loaded me up with gear. I think they're looking for an alliance.
Grace Maddox is a piece of work. I don't see how you two get along.
Well, she's brilliant. Her work at Project Deus will change the very nature of humanity.
She certainly thinks so. She popular around the water cooler.
Some people are afraid of her work, but humans have always tried to be more than human. I mean, a student takes amphetamines to focus. An athlete does steroids to be stronger.
And what does a computer do for you?
Hey, in the 60s, a bunch of hippies in Menlo Park had the belief that personal computers could expand the consciousness of the general public. It started with personal computers. And now, everyone around you is carrying a little piece of glass in their pocket that can grab any fact ever. You want to know what the surface of Pluto looks like? Look it up on your phone. We've already evolved past Homo sapiens.
Pluto got shafted. Still a planet in my book. Stay out of trouble.
Focus is my forte.
So how do you really feel about Project Deus?
Project Deus is a sect. Almost a cult. It's ridiculous.
Oh?
There are no gods in machines. Computers are tools, nothing more. They obey and carry out what we will of them.
Don't hold back now.
It's infuriating. Sadly, there is a certain power in what Maddox is trying to do. She has influence, and it has gotten her far.
What happens next?
I don't know. She's unstoppable when she puts her mind to something. All we can hope for is divine intervention before things get dangerous.
Okay. So, what is World 2.0? I mean, what is it to you?
Imagine if you had the power to solve all of the world's problems through technology, innovation, and sustainable development. World 2.0 is an opportunity for us to re-establish the link between mankind and the environment.
So, a utopia.
A utopia is unrealistic. Do I dream of a perfect world? Yes, but I'll settle for a better one. The joy of people coming together to achieve something bigger than themselves. That's the goal. A place where everyone can be the best version of themselves.
You sound lovely. Stay safe.
You too.
Ready for this fight?
Drones. Drones! They're gonna put this thing on drones?
I know. The ghosts are doing everything they can to stop it.
And what were we? What were our lives? Part of the test run?
Looks like that's all we are to these bastards.
No. My life will not be a test run for genocide. I'm gonna demand Schultz calls a meeting the second that cure is in our veins. We need to discuss how to make Sentinel hurt for the pain they've caused.
Right there with you, brother. We'll make them pay tenfold.
Well, let's go around there. Go around the outside. Oh, yeah. Concerned about this and the other stuff. How long that isn't fitting. Need backup? Somebody trail?
All these drones must use a massive amount of power.
We use more electricity than most third world countries.
So if we pull the plug, we can shut the whole operation down.
There's no plug. The whole island is powered by a diverse, renewable power grid. There are multiple power sources, and no one source powers everything. And all the power sources are renewable. None of them need fuel.
So you built a lethal drone army and gave it unlimited power. No one thought that might be a problem?
Skell insisted our power came from environmentally friendly sources. We have the cleanest power grid on Earth. Also the most expensive. Maybe people like you are the reason Skell had to build his utopia way out here in the middle of nowhere.
How many of these renewable power sources are there?
There's a massive solar panel farm outside Liberty and wind turbines on the west coast. There are also 2 oceanic geothermal plants in the channels between the islands. Those are powered by cold water from Antarctica and warm water from the Pacific.
There must be some kind of battery where they store all the excess power.
Just north of Liberty, there's a dam. Inside are flywheel capacitors. That's where the energy is stored.
Sounds like you built this power grid to be rock solid. I guess it's gonna be impossible to turn the lights off.
Sorry, I built this place to last.
That's the scary thing about this World 2.0 you built. It can't be rebooted. How do you fit into this whole Skeltech design?
I was the head of the civic engineering department. Guess you could say I resigned over creative differences regarding Titan.
So you had something to do with designing the infrastructure here on Aroa?
Sort of. I build on top of what the New Zealand and US military started. Every culture has to do that. Build on top of existing infrastructure. The older the culture, the more infrastructure is already in place, the harder it is to modernize. That's why Europe is such a mess.
Why not just tear it up and start over?
Once you build something, like roads, you don't want to unbuild them. Plus, Skell wanted to keep all the existing structures in place as a way to preserve the island.
That seems like a pain in the ass.
I don't mind a challenge. That's what makes me so good at what I do.
So I guess your roads are gonna be a problem for the next person that comes here to design infrastructure.
I doubt it. By the time my roads need to be reworked, people will be flying around Aroa on jetpacks.
What kind of air traffic do you get on the island?
Before the perimeter of drones made leaving the island impossible, the only people flying in or out were investors or vacationers. To be honest, we've never had much air traffic. Why do you ask?
I saw an airport earlier. We might be able to land a bird in there.
To evacuate people?
Or explore. I'm just spitballing here.
The Aroa airport near Infinity has the big runway. That's where all the international flights come in.
I need smaller airstrips, somewhere that can land helos.
Try Liberty Airport. We use it for internal jumper flights. If you're snooping around there, just be careful. Sentinel uses both of them, so they're crawling with security.
I'll see you around.
Sure. I'll be seeing you.
We need to help out our sick people, but we need to make sure that we stay healthy. So use the proper sanitary procedures out there.
Let's go around there.
It'd be a pretty island without all the military contractors and killer drones.
Used to be. I'd get some leave and just walk. I'd spend whole weeks just walking around with a pack on my shoulder.
Well, I'm probably getting my share of sightseeing.
These islands have changed hands so much it's like a time capsule. I keep telling myself, one day, I'll get back out there, just see it all again before I'm too old to make the trip. Then again, who knows how far I'd get now.
Lucky you found this place.
Rowan Brown knew about this place for a while. We figured sacred ground always makes good sanctuary.
That's pretty damp, though.
It's still a work in progress, all right? We've managed to stay under the radar so far. With all of you, our people, a bunch of Skeltech employees. I don't think you've got room to complain.
Hey, I'm not complaining. This place is great. So what happened here?
What didn't happen? Skeltech. It's utopia. This place was paradise before they showed up with their toys.
Come on. Digging in the dirt, worrying if you're gonna have a good crop, weathering hurricanes without any infrastructure, that's paradise?
It was ours. It meant something. These people came here and brought the devil with them.
People always bring the devil with them.
Those people out there, they brought a few extra and they can have them. We're gonna weather the storm here.
So you've got your people, but screw the rest of them.
I got enough people to think about.
You heard what happened?
I liked Fox. His girl's going to need caring for.
Maybe you could check in on Jace.
I think Erewhon seems to have done him some good. Any man who keeps his head after losing a friend like that deserves a chance.
I'll talk to you later.
See ya.
We need to help out our sick people, but we need to make sure that we stay healthy. So use the proper sanitary procedures out there.
Do we have enough men to do that? down there through the darkness. So did that down there. Yeah? Yeah. Bitch, I've been left with holes in my body. I'm not happy with me. Back up. Your trail. He's giving me seats and like probably go through that building there. Sure. Straight there. What are we gonna start with? 1019?